Don Stanley here, 3 Rhino Media with day 8 of our video marketing challenge. And today what we're going to be talking about is the last of the 3 tools, the last of the 3 barriers, I should say, that people run into when they're dealing with video marketing. And I want to start out with this quote today from one of my mentors, John Wooden. A mentor, by the way, can be somebody who you just studied deeply. They don't need to be somebody you necessarily talk to. That's why books and podcasts and videocasts are so great. But he said, do not let what you can't do interfere with what you can do. So one of the last barriers I often get from people is this: I don't have the right video equipment to get started. I need to buy some fancy camera or some fancy item. Well, let me tell you a couple of things that I do. So number one is, a couple of years ago, one of my friend's husbands is a professional videographer, and she was telling me that he went to this conference that was all professional videographers, and they were giving out awards for best films. The film that won the best short, which was like a 10-minute video, was one that set a new precedent. And the precedent was the entire video was shot on an iPhone. Now, the professional videographers couldn't tell that the video was shot on an iPhone. Now, this is like 4 or 5 years ago. So step number one, if you have one of these, use it. I'm shooting here with a Samsung. A lot of my videos are with a Samsung 3 Galaxy. It's an old phone, but it works. I'm also, like right now, I'm just using my laptop. I simply set up my laptop, and this is another one of my office spaces, and I set up here. I also have a small, inexpensive digital camcorder that is about 200 bucks that I purchased. And then what I do last but not least is I use a microphone similar to this if I have it available. This is a blue microphone. Right now, I'm using an AT2020, Audio-Technica 2020, and I just want to make sure that the sound is good. And we're going to talk about sound, and we're going to talk about framing a video in the near future. But the main point being, use what you have. As I said yesterday, done trumps perfection. If you have an idea that can change somebody's business and help improve their life, and you keep it stuck here because you're like, oh, I don't have the right phone, or I don't have the fanciest this, or I don't have the... Get over yourself. It's not about the equipment, it's about the quality of the content. So make sure you're not making excuses. Simply use what you have available. If you want to go and buy an inexpensive camcorder, go ahead, but you don't need to do that. Use what you have available: a tablet camera, a phone camera, a computer camera, whatever it is, and just get to shooting. So that's the last one. Don't let the technical barriers keep you from changing people's lives. Now go out there and get some rhino-sized results.